Somehow it's already quarter 3, so I better get my DIY planner set up for it. So before we get too much into the setup, let's have a little look at what I'm using. So I have my purple paged journal from Archer and Olive, which is absolutely gorgeous, along with the adhesives. I've got various adhesives that I might use, some pens, 2 of which are Sakura jelly rolls, some stickers from Journal Say, which are these abstract sort of colourful and gold bits and pieces. And then I also have a piece of craft paper from an Archer and Olive refill journal. And I think that's everything that I've got. I did decide to keep using this purple page journal, even though there's not very much space left and I'm halfway through the year, basically because I'm thinking of using a smaller journal for the rest of the year. And I didn't want to try and squidge 6 months into a smaller journal. So I thought I'll see how I get on and see how many more months, or if I can get July and another month in here, or whether it's just July. But even if I could just get July in, it's like a sixth less that I have to fit in a smaller journal. So we'll see. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of doing today. And before we get too far into the setup, let's have a little flick through of the previous 3 months in my bullet journal, including the quarterly setup, so you can kind of see what got used or what didn't get used. As you can tell, I've not been doing great at habit tracking and things, and I have not lost any weight this quarter. In fact, I've gained weight this quarter, so my weight loss tracker is completely blank and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to leave that alone and get on to having a chat about what I am doing in this setup. So at the moment, you should be able to see me setting up this little table, and this table is going to be to track my teaching. So I have to go to teaching as part of so I'm a fully qualified doctor. However, as part of that, you have further training, and as part of my training, I have weekly teaching, but because I'm less than full time, I only have to go to half of them because I'm 50%. So this tracker here is for marking what the teaching is, where it is, and whether I go to it or not. So the first column is for the date. The big column is for what the teaching is and where it is, because some of them are online, some of them are in person, and they could be in different places in person. So that's what that middle bigger box is for. And then I've got the last box for a tick or a cross as to whether I attended it or not. Then I've got another table drawn at the top, and this is going to be where I write in my goals. So I have 16 goals for quarter 3, which seems like a lot, but 4 of them are actually daily actions that I want to take, because I've gone really for input goals. So there's 4 daily actions and there are 4 weekly actions. So actually 8 of the goals are kind of not really whole goals, they're partial goals. So, overall it kind of works out. So what I decided to do decoration wise was I decided to fill the edges of the page with the decoration of these stickers. So top and bottom I've tried to use the edges, and then in between the 2 tables I've got that nice little section where I've got the middle of the stickers. So now I am moving on to the right page. The right page doesn't actually get a title. It's got several little titles, and the idea of this page is basically to track some of those goals, because I like to have a place to sort of have a visual check-in of how I'm getting on with my goals. And the next page we're going to do is going to be more about those daily ones. So this is for some of the others that aren't daily or weekly. So that first box up at the top is for a parenting course I want to do, which is called Parenting Little Kids by Nurtured First, and I've got a box for each of the modules. The box to the right of that is for new releases in Tilly journals. I want to do a new release each month, so there's 3 of those. The next bigger box is for my future me problems, which at the moment I have 20 of when I set this up, so I've got a box for each of those. Then I want to catch up with Bayla's baby books, so each of those boxes in the green are for different pages in her baby book and things that I need to get caught up on. I again want to catch up on my portfolio and things, so that's there, which is named 14 Fish because that's the name of the portfolio host. And then also for YouTube, I've got a filming and editing box, again, just to tick those off as we go along. As for my other goals, I'm just going to run through all 16 of them while I carry on setting up this page, because a lot of the rest of this page setting up is putting in these stickers, working out where they fit well, and then popping the titles in. So there's not a great deal of interest to do here, but the reason I really like this page is because it's absolutely unique for me. It matches my goals and what I need to track this quarter. So my 16 goals. Number 1 is to exercise daily. There's no minimum for this at all. I just have to do some intentional exercise every single day. My next goal is to hit my step goal 80% of the time. My third is to track my food 80% of the time. And the last of my daily goals is to go outside every single day 90% of the time. I've given myself a little buffer with everything other than daily exercise, because daily exercise I literally can just do 2 minutes, whereas all of the rest of them I want to actually, hitting my step goal is going to take time, because it's starting at 6,000 steps and I'm going to go up to 7,000 by the end of the quarter. Tracking my food takes time, like putting your dinners into a food tracking app takes time. So I'm not expecting myself to do it 100% of the time, but going outside every day, I went with 90%, which is a little bit higher, because I'm not saying I have to be outside for very long. I'm going to class like going outside for 5 minutes. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, it's just making sure that I am doing the things that make me feel good. By the way, as you can see over there, what I was doing is I laid the sticker over where I wanted it to be, and then sort of used my craft knife to cut away the bits that were where I'm going to have my tracker. And I love how this looks, like wrapping around the trackers and things. I think it looks so cute. But yeah, moving on to my weekly goals. So I want to have a weekly date with my husband. These do not have to be out of the house, but they have to be actual time that we sit and spend together doing something together, not just, sitting together doing our own things, actually like spending time together, just to bring some of that quality time back into our lives a little bit. I want to have a weekly family outing or day out. So, for example, this week we're actually going with the guides, so it's a bit cheating this week, but we are going to go to Yorkshire Wildlife Park, which is a zoo, as a family. So that will be nice. Then I want to have a 4-hour leisure block. So this is the only weekly one that is actually quite big. 4-hour leisure block each week. So between those 3 things, actually, I have a good chunk of my week, but that's okay. And then the 4th is doing some questions for the exam I need to do for my training. So I've set myself the goal to do 50 questions for that. And by 50 questions, I mean I actually have to engage with them and like read them properly and stuff like that. Some of the rest of the goals I have kind of already mentioned when we've been talking about the tables I've been setting up, but we're now on to like the more projecty ones, which is completing that parenting course that I've already spoken about. I want to do a big Tilly Journals revamp. So changing what I offer in the shop and things like that, making sure everything is back in line with my branding and I'm happy with everything, because to be honest, my shop isn't bringing me the most joy at the moment, and I want to make sure that it is. Then I have the autumn market in September, on the 19th of September in Leeds, which is the Planners Department event, which I am vending at. So I have that to prepare for and do. So that's one of my goals. I want to complete 80% of my Future Me problems. Again, I have already sort of slightly mentioned this. And again, I set myself 80%, that because if I strive for perfection, then I'll be like, I didn't achieve my goal. Whereas this way, I've got a little bit of room for breathing. My last 4 are my portfolio catch-up. Again, I've already mentioned this. This is part of my training again, though actually doctors always have to have a portfolio that is up to date, because you have appraisals once you are fully qualified and a consultant or fully qualified GP. The next one is catching up in my baby books, which we have already mentioned, but it's absolutely fine. We're just going to move on quickly to the last couple. So I want to get caught up on YouTube videos, as in my posting of videos, and get a little bit ahead. So ideally, I want to be filming one week, editing the next week, and then uploading for the week after. So I'm filming the video 2 weeks before it goes up. That is my ideal. That's how I don't feel stressed and allows me to get ahead if I have a holiday coming up or anything like that. And my last goal, again, we've already mentioned, but is to have 3 new releases in the shop. This could be anything. It can just be one item if necessary, or it could be lots of items. So I've now turned over the page and I'm working on my other two pages as part of this setup, and these again are all about tracking my goals. So when we flipped through the last quarter, you may have noticed that I was really rubbish at updating my habit trackers for a lot of the cycles, and that is basically, I don't know why that is, but I really struggled with it. But what I have always kept up with in this journal is my year in pixels at the beginning. So I've decided to try to move to a quarterly habit and goal step tracking system. So I am just drawing in the weeks. So each of these is a habit. So on the left page, we have 4 daily habits and then 4 weekly habits, which are those 8 goals basically. And that page is going to be titled goals. So we've got dancing, steps, going outside, and tracking my food. And then down the right, we've got having a date, having a family time, having my 4-hour leisure time, and doing the AKT questions. So how I've done this is I've drawn boxes that are 8 by 13. So they are 8 wide because for the 7 days of the week, and then I've also put a week number. On the left page, I put the actual week numbers, so 27 through to 39. And on the right, I've done 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 4 R for reset. And actually, partly because I was finding those numbers hard to squidge in my little box, but also because actually that's how I think of weeks. I think of them as week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 of the cycle. So yeah, that makes more sense in my brain to do it that way. So on that right hand page, I have 3 boxes for doing my pelvic floor because the goal is to do my pelvic floor 3 times a day, 2 for brushing my teeth, and 1 for washing my face. I cannot brush my teeth and wash my face if I do not track it. It does not happen. I have brushed my teeth this morning and washed my face this morning for the first time in quite some time. I brush my teeth in the evening relatively frequently, but the morning I just forget. I just don't think of it. Because I know I'm tracking it, I remembered to do it this morning. It's the first day of the quarter when I'm recording this voiceover, so I'm not promising that will stay, but yeah. Anyhow, let me know in the comments how you think I should fill in these trackers. My year in pixels I've been colouring in, but I don't really want to colour in all of this with the gel pens. I think it will look too much. Oh my gosh, this box that I'm cutting now around the fun, I absolutely love how I did it. This bubble had a not very colourful bit in the middle, so I just literally took out the middle of it for that box, and I am obsessed with how that came together. I just think it's perfect. I'm going to realise soon that I'm running pretty low on things to stick down. So the top of these 2 pages aren't as full as I'd have liked them to be, but I only had a certain amount of stickers, and I partly picked this for this setup because I knew I was only doing a couple of pages and that I wouldn't need that many stickers. I'm sorry that this is off screen at the moment, but yeah, I am just arranging where things are going to go and trying to make them look good. And I do get there eventually and realise that you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just putting those last few stickers up at the top in the spaces. There you go. Now you can see what I've done. So now all I have to do is add in the titles, and then we're pretty much there. These are the only 2 spreads that I've done for this setup, but they did take this video took about an hour and a half to film. So each page took me roughly 45 minutes. Each spread took roughly 45 minutes. So each page was about 22 and a half, that would make it. So these did take a good chunk of time to set up, and I think mostly it was the decoration, to be honest. I don't think it was the base of the spread, and that was just because I was going for that full-on look between the boxes. So this could have been done a lot quicker, but it wasn't, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with things taking a little while to set up, because if things look pretty, I'm more likely to come back to them, and these are some of my favourite colours, and so I'm kind of obsessed with how it came out, especially with the purple pages. I think it just really pops together, and just, yeah, I'm pleased. So yeah, I'm just popping in all of these titles at the moment. The font that I've kind of gone with for my titles is one that I'm absolutely loving doing at the moment. It is just, it's really playful font. I know you can't actually see how these pens write very well, but when I do the flip through a bit later, I will tilt it up so that you can see where I've written. I did use a guillotine to cut up the craft paper, and how I tended to do it. So if I needed a sort of these are either 2 or 3 blocks tall. So if I would cut like halfway between two dot grids. So it was like 2.5 millimeters. Then I'd have two full ones in the middle where I could do my lettering at the right size. And then I'd have another 2.5 millimeters at the bottom. So the dot grid doesn't necessarily line up with the dot grid on the paper, but it's so subtle you wouldn't see it. And also, to be honest, I have the stickers between them. So yeah, again, it's not obvious. Let me know in the comments what sort of goals you have set this quarter. Are you going a little bit more input based like me, or have you focused on output based? The reason I've gone completely input based this quarter is because basically my weight loss goal was just not happening. And I don't feel that bad about it because it was one goal and I've just gone, well, I didn't lose weight in quarter two, so I didn't achieve that goal. But actually, it's something I need to do for my physical health. I have some health complications partially of my medication, but it is not helped by being overweight, though my medication also means that I gain weight. It is what it is. But yeah, I have some complications of being overweight, so I need to deal with that if I want my physical health to be okay. I am now moving on to filling out these spreads. It is nice and sped up, so it is at 10 times speed. I very much do not write this quickly. I also, for the teaching, had to check in with my online module thing that tells me what I'm doing. But to be honest, they don't have past July in the calendar yet because resident doctors, usually rotate around this time of year. Also, today I am waiting to find out what the result of our vote of whether we accept the government offer is, and I am very, very nervous about what the result is going to be. But we'll see and what's going to happen going forward. But anyway, let's not linger on that too much. I'm now just popping in all of those dates. As I said, on this page, I used the actual week numbers, and on the right, I used 1 to 4. And I think that will be pretty much it. Oh, what I haven't done yet, but I will do in a second, is draw lines between each of the cycles on this page. And that is just to make it easier to see and use when I am doing my weeks, because that's how my brain works. So yeah, I think we are pretty much ready to do the last flip through once we've got these teaching sessions filled in. One of them is an all-day conference, so that will actually count for me for 2 lots of teaching. Well, 4 lots of teaching, because every teaching is like 2 weeks worth for me, so that one will be 4 weeks worth. So I'll be on that, and yeah. That's pretty much all I've got for you. On the screen in a minute, we'll have a flip through, and then YouTube will be recommending my previous Plan With Me's in this DIY planner, as well as a video that it thinks you will enjoy. Don't forget to comment, like down below, all that kind of jazz, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!